All right, so ran out of a little battery, sorry about that. But we are now going to reinstall our assessment shingle just to give it a good assessment of what can be done here. This tape I'm pulling off is a sealant strip tape that's made by Owens Corning that helps these shingles seal. So that being said, I'm going to have to take my caulk gun and I'm going to have to reseal all these pull-through holes, nail around them in different areas, and that's on these other shingles as well, not just the assessment shingle, because traditionally this would be a new shingle. We're just using this as a test today. But we're going to slide our shingle back in, or in most cases, I think I maybe have a nail left over up here. I don't know, got a lot. There we go. All right, so obviously the shingle is compatible because it is the same shingle. Now what we do is we start basically reinstalling these fasteners and filling in the gaps here with our caulk gun. So I'm going to take a fastener here. Now I try not to lift the shingle more than I have to. I have to by shingle manufacturers' recommendations or protect bulletins. The fastener must be flat to the decking or flush. So these shingles 5 and 6 will lift up better than 7 and 8 because they're a little bit more sealed down due to the limitations of the shingles above it. So start over here, side. Once again, lifting at the sawtooth, having to work around these existing holes. First one. Holding it back around my sawtooth applique. I do that so it doesn't tear the shingle in these weaker spots where some of them tore when we were removing the shingle. We already had a pre-existing tear here, so I'm trying to stay away from this but the best I can, but with the nail holes I have to come in at this area. So I'm not trying to make it any worse. Fastener. Alright, so now we're going to move up to fastening above 5 and under 7. Once again, lifting here at the applique as to not cause any additional damage. I've already got a tear down here. Tap to get that started. I've got a tear here by accident, or a chip. But I'm limited on how high I can lift this just due to this shingle above being sealed just like a normal repair. Once again, just try not to lift any higher than I have to put this fastener in flush. I know I keep repeating that, but it is hard to work around these shingles. I'm shipping again right here. flush. And last one. All right, so we successfully installed the shingle. At this time, I need to come back through and fill in any of these pull-throughs or any of these pre-existing, and then seal these shingles down as to prevent any kind of wind damage, anything like this. Getting a bunch of granular loss here on number 5. Or no, I'm sorry, it's number 6. Let me put a little GL for granular loss. And I'll also test this as well. Let's go through and seal these up real quick. On top here. There we go. So let's just get a good bead all the way across. Stopping at a few of these leftover holes. And actually, I believe Owens Corning may say doing dollops preferred over the bead attempt. Yeah, geez, we got a bunch of matte transfer here on 8. Flashlight here so you can get a picture of it. There's a nail hole. Check out this one over here. Nail hole. Dollop. Dollop. Nail hole. Nail hole. Dollop. Not trying to do too much of this caulking because we do want this to seal. With the heat, it'll bond back down temporarily, but this isn't a great repair or solution due to the amount of caulking or sealant having to be put here. The tears on the shingle, the mat transfer. Just about done here. Well, number 5 is kind of starting to bond again already, so that's not bad. That's a positive there. Oh, we've already, yeah. Look at our corner of number 3 here, that tore. And then put our sealant back on our assessment shingle. That's fun. All right. Last but not least, I'd like to do a little granular test. So I have a manila folder, soft brush, and then a control area that I'll do them on over here. So I'm going to go to number 8. You know, I'm not rubbing too hard. Some of the chalk's coming off. Some of it's a little bit of the algae, but getting quite a bit here. As you can see, that's number 8. Number 5, we had a bunch of breakdown on here. And being some of the algae and stuff like that, you know. So this time, with all the failures that we had here, I just couldn't recommend this being a sound solution for repairs, spot repairs at any point. I'd recommend the entire slope, which being a hip roof is going to lean into the full roof. So, thank you.